Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senator Cory Booker.
Hello, Philadelphia! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. 240 years ago, our forefathers gathered in this very city, and they declared before the world that we would be a free and independent nation. Today, we gather here again in this city of brotherly love, to reaffirm our values before our nation and the whole world. Our purpose is not like theirs to start a great nation, but to ensure that we continue in the best of our traditions. And with humble homage to generations of patriots before, we put forth two great Americans, our nominees for President and Vice President, Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine. Now, looking back to our history, our founding fathers put forth founding documents that were indeed genius. But our founding documents weren't genius because they were perfect. They were saddled with the imperfections and even the bigotry of the past. Native Americans were referred to as savages. Black Americans were fractions of human beings, and women were not mentioned at all. But those facts and ugly parts of our history don't distract from our nation's greatness. In fact, I believe we are an even greater nation, not because we started perfect, but because every generation has successfully labored to make us a more perfect union. Generations of heroic Americans have made our nation more inclusive, more expansive, and more just. Our nation wasn't founded because we all look alike, or prayed alike, or descended from the same family tree. But our founders, in their genius, in this, the oldest constitutional democracy on the planet Earth, they put forth the idea that all are created equal, that we have inalienable rights. And I'm so proud that it was upon this faithful foundation that we built a great nation. And today, no matter who you are, rich or poor, Asian or white, man or woman, gay or straight, any religion or none at all, you are entitled to the full rights and responsibilities of citizenship. In this city, our founders put forth a Declaration of Independence, but let me tell you, they also made a historic Declaration of Interdependence. They knew that if this country was to survive and thrive, we had to make an unusual and extraordinary commitment to each other. Look, I respect and value the ideals of individualism and self-reliance, but rugged individualism didn't defeat the British. It didn't get us to the moon. It didn't build our nation's highways. Rugged individualism didn't map the human genome. We did that together. And so this is the high call of patriotism. Patriotism is love of country. But you can't love your country without loving your countrymen and your countrywomen. Now, we don't always have to agree, but we must be there for each other. We must empower each other. We must find the common ground, and we must build bridges across our differences to pursue the common good. Let me tell you, we cannot devolve into a nation where our highest aspirations are that we just tolerate each other. We are not called to be a nation of tolerance. We are called to be a nation of love. That's why that last line of the Declaration of Independence says it so clearly. It says that we must, to make this nation work, we must mutually pledge to each other our lives and our fortunes and our sacred honor. Tolerance is the wrong way. Tolerance says, I'm just going to stomach your right to be different. That if you disappear from the face of the earth, I'm no better or worse off. But love knows that every American has worth and value, that no matter what their background, no matter what their race or religion or sexual orientation, love recognizes that we need each other, that we as a nation are better together, that when we are divided, we are weak, we decline, yet when we are united, we are strong. When we are indivisible, we are invincible. This is the understanding of love that's embodied in one of my favorite sayings. It's an African saying, and it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This is the reason why I am so motivated in this election, because I believe this election is a referendum on who best embodies the leadership we need to go far together. Donald Trump is not that leader. We've watched him try to get laughs at other people's expense, try to incite fear at a time we need to inspire courage, try to rise in the polls by dragging our national conversation into the gutter. We've watched him cruelly mock a journalist's disability. We've watched him demean the service of my Senate colleagues, saying he's not a war hero. He was a war hero because he was captured. Trump said, I don't like people who get captured. Would he say that to POWs from World War II? Would he say that to POWs from Vietnam? Would he say that to the brave men and women in Iraq and Afghanistan right now, risking capture or worse? That's not the commander-in-chief. We've watched Donald Trump paint with a broad, divisive brush, saying that Mexican immigrants who came to build a better life in America are, in his words, bringing crime, they're bringing drugs. He called many of them rapists. He said that an Indiana-born federal judge can't be trusted to do his job because of his Mexican ancestry, a statement that his fellow Republicans have described as racist. We've watched Donald Trump. Our children, our daughters, our nieces and grandkids have watched Donald Trump and heard him calling women degrading and demeaning names. Dog, fat pig, disgusting animal. It is a twisted hypocrisy when he treats other women in a manner he would never, ever accept from another man speaking about his daughters or his wife.